My association with the university started because I came to visit a few years ago at the invitation of a few friends here, and the chancellor reached out to me and asked me if I might not be interested in helping the university develop its arts program, and I was given a position as the chancellor's advisor to the arts. Then later, Dean Sullivan Gonzalez, the Dean of the Honors College, reached out to me and indicated that he would like to work with me more closely, and so now I'm serving in the position of Artist in Residence at the Honors College. The Honors College and the Chancellor felt that exposing the students to some of the live performances that I was giving in other places outside of Mississippi might be a good experience, and so arranged for some of the students to come along. And I think that's very important for young people to go and see as much as possible in person. And of course that's what we were trying to do in bringing the students from Ole Miss to some of the performances that I was doing around the country. So one of the trips that we did was in a little town called Levingston. And it's a town that's just on the edge of the Mississippi Delta. It's a wonderful little town and continues to have a real interest in the performing arts.
Clarissa Brumley and I were selected to go on a trip with Bruce to Lexington, Mississippi. It was a very enthusiastic crowd. You know, they were extremely excited for someone like Bruce, being world-renowned, to come back to, you know, small town, rural Mississippi.
Yeah. You want to hear me play the piano? She's excited.
Bravo! Fabulous! Take a bow. Take a bow.
It's a super great thing that the community is doing, trying to build a culture within the arts. Everyone who came out really seemed to enjoy the concert.
Richard and Clarissa were already very, very accomplished players. And I think that the young students seeing young players up on stage had an impact. We had a request from the audience, and Richard sat down and said, "I can play that." And he sat down and did the most beautiful arrangement, and his playing just had a kind of elegance about it that was just fantastic. And then Clarissa is just brilliant on the trumpet. I mean, she's very modest about her skills, but she tore the house down. Both of these performers were so great, and their enthusiasm was just so clear that it caught the audience right away. I felt not that they were students with me at that moment, they were colleagues. And as colleagues, they were wonderful to work with.
It was really a great opportunity to be able to work with and learn at the same time from, you know, a musician of such high caliber.
And I've had this great opportunity to play in Boston, in the Boston Opera House for the great ballet company there, Boston Ballet. And I was performing a piece that had been written for me by Philip Glass, and the sets were by the great artist Chuck Close. So we had two great students come to Boston with us, Kate and Katie. We felt that for the students to experience Boston would be possibly a once-in-a-lifetime experience for them.
We got to sit in dress rehearsals, we got to meet the choreographers, we got to meet some dancers, we got to see how a performance like that takes shape.
He was giving us a tour of the theater first. He showed us one of rehearsal warm-up spaces that had a piano in it, and he was talking about how he did his warm-ups in there, and he just started playing and just watching his fingers go. I remember being absolutely amazed.
Bruce is clearly excellent at what he does. He plays with lots of grace and attention to detail. They had him placed on the stage with the piano and the dancers, and they really incorporated him in the music as a form of art on the stage, just like the dance. I also found myself watching him more than the dancers sometimes.
They explored not only what was going on at the Boston Ballet and learning about what I was doing there and my rehearsals and performances, but also talking to the choreographers, talking to the lighting directors, talking to the therapists that were helping the dancers, and then just learning how a major organization like an opera house works. And so it was great fun, and hopefully inspiring to them.
Bruce Levingston is a really, really fantastic pianist. I know he's performed all around the world, places like Carnegie Hall, Boston, and just the level of showmanship, really, and performance that Bruce has is really outstanding.
He's a fantastic musician. Even at Ole Miss, we get plenty of opportunities to see world-class musicians, but he is outstanding.
All of those opportunities were possible because of him, so everything that we learned while we were there was a result of his doing.
He showed us a lot of caring attention. He really wanted us to have a great time, and he really wanted us to learn.
It was really a magical experience. The students were all wonderful, and everybody who met them came away totally impressed. I think they were great representatives for Ole Miss.